Hello, Wano community. This is Randy back today with another video. Today I'm doing sort of a combination video. This is going to be a contest entry. I'm going to show some VCLT, and then I'm also going to show a new record that I got. So the contest is going to be for Comic Rhema. Junior is having a contest, and I will go over the questions for those for that contest as I'm answering them. And I also got some VCLT in the mail from Junior, so I'm going to show you that. And then the new record I'm going to show you is part of the one of the answers to the contest questions. So first of all, I got some VCLT in the mail from Comic Rhema Junior about a week or so ago. Came in a standard cardboard record-sized box, but I had a really cool note on the inside with written on yellow submarine stationery. So very cool. Thanks very much for that, Junior. Big Beatles fan. The VCLT that he sent me was some records, and I'm going to show you those now. Let's see, the first question that he has, though, as part of this contest, is he wants us to dedicate the video to someone who has passed away. So I am going to dedicate this video to Belle, the first dog that used to live here. Belle, she came here, moved to Nashville in March of 2002, and I used to work downtown in an office down there. I was going to, my neighbor had dogs, and I really wanted to get a dog, but I lived alone and traveled a lot for work, so I couldn't really get one. My neighbor told me that he would take care of a dog while I was out of town, so I contacted the Basset Hound Rescue Society because I wanted to have a Basset Hound. I like Basset Hounds. Then I went to work one day, and there was a picture on the bulletin board of Belle. She was just a puppy, and there was a thing on it that said, "Please take me home." So I went and got Belle and brought her home. So she is not a obviously she is not a she's not a Basset Hound. She's basically she's a mutt. She was a mutt. She's not with us anymore. Here's a really cool picture of her when she was a puppy, though. You can see her there. She's climbing on Champ. Champ is the neighbor's dog, and they were both in my backyard, and she was climbing on him. I was like the way Champ was looking up at his dad, saying, "Why are you letting this dog climb all over me?" The really cool thing was 5 or 6 years later when I brought Jim home, I had exactly the same picture with Jim climbing on Champ, and Champ having the same look on his face. That was taken with an old-fashioned camera. I dropped the film off at Walgreens, and they lost it, so I don't have that picture. So I lost all the puppy pictures of Jim, which is very disappointing. That's the way it is. So I'm going to dedicate this one to Belle, and talk about an artist who died this year. So Dave Roback died this year. I had just done a video last year about Dave Roback, where I guess you'd call it sort of a tribute video, where I just sort of went over his whole career. He's just about my age. I think he's a year or two older, so I was not suspecting he would be dying anytime soon, but unfortunately he did. So I had a Mazzy Star album out here somewhere. Well, what am I going to do with that? Okay, I'm sure I'll come across that here in a second. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So this is the first Mazzy Star album. It's just hard to find. I discussed in my video, it's hard to find good pictures of Dave Roback. There he is, back in the back. So, yeah, he died this year. So, that video, I rewatched it after he died, and that was okay. I kind of like the way I ended it. I talked about how he didn't seem to be in the limelight too much and didn't seem to be too concerned about it, and that he seemed to have found A Way to Live, where he was happy, without seemed to be without too much stress or anything. So anyway, Dave Roback. So yeah, that was one. Let's see, he's one who died this year. A tribute album. So I'm going to show a tribute album here. Before I do that, though, I'm going to show you some of these records that Junior. So he sent me this box of records. The first record in there was this band called, I assume they were called OXO. Not really sure. I mean, I see the OXO is in blue. So yeah, I think this is something from the, I believe this is from the 90s. It's on Geffen Records, and sort of just upbeat pop music, almost like modern bubblegum music maybe, or something like that. So very enjoyable. I tell you, it reminds me of the band The Jets. Remember The Jets from the about 1985 or 1986? They had a hit song called Crush on You. So yeah, it's like that kind of very upbeat, pop type music. He sent me this record called Don Francisco, Forgiven. This is like I guess a Christian album. This one is actually was recorded here in Nashville at Soundstage Studios in Nashville, Tennessee in the late 70s, 1977. And this album actually has sort of a, to me, it seemed like it had sort of a Caribbean feel, almost sort of like a reggae feel, or yeah, like music from down that way. So thanks for that one. That was on New Racks Records. Alright, The Angel Come, another Christian rock record. This one actually sounds kind of like Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Has that laid-back feel. There's some excellent harmony vocals on here. So, thanks very much for sending that one. Junior. Comes with the lyrics. That's what the band looks like. This record was still sealed. Benny Goodman and his orchestra featuring Bunny Berrigan. This is from 1935, and this is actually a radio broadcast. So, evidently they captured the whole entire radio broadcast. So, it's about 30 minutes long. And Bunny Berrigan, I think, was a trumpet player, one of the early jazz trumpet players. And so he's playing with the Benny Goodman Orchestra here. So, yeah, this it's a radio broadcast, so there's like an announcer in between songs and stuff, and yeah, there's some good what I would think of as jazz standards on here: East of the Sun, West of the Moon, Stardust, What a Little Moonlight Can Do, Basin Street Blues. So yeah, that is actually Gene Krupa as the drummer for this. Yeah, Benny Goodman and his orchestra. It's on this cool green label, Golden Era. The record that we're hearing in the background right now is a different kind of blues. An album of jazz composed by Andre Previn. So, obviously Andre Previn composed it. The music is played by Yitzhak Perlman, who's a violinist. He's actually, I think of him as a classical violinist. I saw him perform with the Nashville Symphony about, gosh, must have been 15 years ago. It's been a while back. 10 or 15 years ago. This record also features Shelly Manne on drums and Jim Hall playing guitar. So, Red Mitchell is the bass player. So yeah, you can hear this, a different kind of blues. So, sounds excellent. Very unusual to hear the violin in a jazz context. Yeah. Okay, and then let's see. So yeah, so thanks for all those records, Junior. I'm still listening to those, so yeah, I appreciate that. And oh yeah, so the next question in the contest is Junior asked us to show a tribute album. So I got this Third Mind record. Recently, I've seen it shown several times in the VC by different people, and everybody seemed to like it a lot. So I did pick it up, and fantastic. Big fan of this record. And I mean, I don't really know if it was made as a tribute record, but it seems like it's pretty much like a tribute record. The songs are all they're covers of bands from the 60s. So Alice Coltrane, I think, Journey, and Such Is Amanda. The Dolphins, Morning Dew. The one that is really, to me, awesome on here is Morning Dew. They did a fantastic version of Morning Dew. That's a song that written by Bonnie Dobson, but well, I was thinking the Grateful Dead version of it. They played the song throughout their career from beginning to end. And the version of it that's on here, to me, sounds very much like they based it on the Grateful Dead version. It's a long, extended version, and some really great guitar work on it. So, yeah, I really like that one. And really, the second side is, I mean, I think Claudia Cardinale was an original, but other than that, East West, and then Reverberation, which would be like a tribute to the 13th floor elevator. So, also excellent sounding record. So, there's a tribute album. The inside of it looks like wonderful album cover. Actually, it's very cool looking label too. The Third Mind. Yeah. So I was glad to get that one. And then, oh yeah, his the last question for Junior's contest is, how are you doing during this the current COVID crisis? So unfortunately, I guess Junior told us in that video that he lost a couple of family members to COVID. So condolences to Junior on that. Sorry to hear about that. And yeah, so I think it's been a very stressful time for a lot of people. I tell you, for myself, it just hasn't been too stressful because I mean, I wasn't working anyway. I didn't really leave my house all that much, other than just take the dogs for a walk, you know, and I'll just go to different places if I wanted to. But there's no place I really have to go. So yeah, I haven't really been too badly affected by it, which I you know, I guess that's good. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I've got for today. Contest entry for Junior, some VCLT from Junior. So thanks very much for that. And dedicating the whole video to Belle. And I just wanted to, I think maybe I might have one more. Yeah, here's another picture of Belle. There she is out in the yard, howling. So, yeah, there she is. Good picture of Belle. All right, so that's it. Thanks very much for having the contest, Junior. I hope my my entry meets your standards there. So you know, and thanks a lot for the records too. I appreciate that. And that's it. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Thanks very much for watching.